All right, and good afternoon. Welcome to today's episode of Truly Live with your co-host and co-founders, Oliver and Yolanda Blue. We have an exciting show lined up for you tonight, and we'll be right back.
What's the deal with all this drama? Like you supposed to be my mama, and you supposed to be my sister, and you supposed to be my brother, loving one another. I thought, but nowadays I'm caught deep in thought, cause saints don't act like they are. Take me back, Lord, to the first, when family reunion was on Sunday at the church. The things seem strange, instead of familiar, instead of edifying. Saints want to kill you, see you dying, and I'm crying out for those who knows how the Spirit of God flows. With love, agape, and I pray that we will unite and form a holy posse and do this thing for the newborn King, giving hope to the meek through the joy He brings.
Good deal. Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real when we are loving you? Jesus Christ loves us for the Bible tells us so. What's the deal? Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real? Let's put our faith to work and show this world the church. Yeah.
Just get along, maybe not in the world cause it's wicked and wrong, but in Christ we have life, so let's live it. Freely we've been given it, so freely let's give it a sharp this nation, while they behold the peace in the midst of our congregation. All in together now, singing, bringing hope, got the devil on the rope, tag demon, steaming with the Spirit that be burning our bones, praying that He never ever leaves us alone. So stop sinning, stop tripping, put on the whole armor of God and get thoroughly equipped and flip the script and read new, stay true, cause under the clear blue there ain't nothing new. Word doers do. How's about you on the real? Tell me what's the deal?
What's the deal? Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real when we are loving you? Jesus Christ loves us for the Bible tells us so. What's the deal? Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real? Let's put our faith to work and show this world a church. Yeah.
So while you're out there wondering if God's gonna do what He's already doing, cause He already knew. One day you were gonna be His child, and one day you were gonna see these trials. So it's best to be safe and stay in God's race, not walking by sight, kid, but walking by faith. Not being stressed when the world try to press. Just keep in mind, yo, it's only a test. How do we look? Preaching the good book. When things start shaking, we the ones shook. When the heat start baking, we the ones cook. I never seen the righteous begging bread oversook. I'd rather be poor, mean, blind, lame, standing before God without blame, than having my whole body casting the hell's fire from following the world, seeking those evil desires. Nah.
Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real when we are loving you? Jesus Christ loves us for the Bible tells us so. What's the deal? Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real? Let's put our faith to work and show this world a church. Yeah. There's so many things that I want to thank you for. Lord, I thank you for your grace. I thank you for your mercy, God. I thank you for your love. Thank you for favor, oh God. God, if I had 10,000 tongues, I couldn't say enough thank yous, and I couldn't praise you enough. So in this song, I'll simply tell you I love you. And God, I thank you for everything you've done. Lord, there's so many things that you've done for me. Blessings unconditional, they seem to overtake me. Your hand of mercy proving faithful and true. Jesus, how can I express my thanks to you for your grace and kindness, oh agent of days. I'll give you thanks, oh Lord, now and always. Oh, I just want to say thank you for your love. Thank you. Thank you for the blood. Thanks to you for all of the times that you brought me through. Lord, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your grace. Thank you, Lord, for keeping me safe. Thanks to you that I can share the good news of a Savior, to give someone a reason just to tell you thanks. Oh, Lord, yeah. Thank you, Lord. Lord, it's not enough to give a simple praise to the one who has blessed me in so many ways. Nothing I could say or do could really show my gratitude to you, Lord. One God, one love, one faith. To you I give you praise. Three blessed Trinity, you mean so much to me. You showered me with love, even when I turned away. Lord, I could never repay you, so I'll just say, I just want to say thank you for your love. Thank you for the blood. Thanks to you for all of the times that you brought me through. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your grace. Thank you, Lord, for keeping me safe. Thanks to you that I can share the good news of a Savior, to give someone a reason just to tell you for your love. Lord, I thank you for the blood. Thanks to you for all of the times that you brought me through. Lord, I thank you for your grace. Lord, for keeping me safe. And I can share the good news of a Savior, give someone a reason just to tell you thanks. Oh, Lord, thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Truly, the real you loves you. 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 Truly.
Simply tell you I love you. And God, I thank
All right. Truly, the real you loves you. because the real you is love. And welcome and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Oliver Blue, and this beautiful specimen to my right is my wife and business partner, and her name is
Yolanda.
And we are so happy to be here tonight for this fifth episode in our season 2 of Truly Live. And it is so good to be alive. And she needs comments. Well, before I give her comments, I'm going to turn off this beautiful song. I love this song. I wish we could play it all night during the broadcast. All right, I'm going to give you the comments. Well, welcome everyone to tonight's episode of Truly Live. And we're just so excited to be in this space during this hour on this Thursday in this brand new month of September. September is the 9th month, and it is a month that, well, they said August was the 8th month. It was the month of completion. September is the 9th month. It's the month of new beginnings.
Okay.
And so tonight sparks a new beginning in our life, in your life. We're going to have just a time of newness as we continue in our series tonight, talking about living a life of freedom. And so I already see some of our friends and families and patrons already jumping in to comment field, and we just acknowledge our VIP patrons, Bob and Carol, out of the great state of Indiana. Hello, Bob and Carol. And this is an amazing Labor Day weekend. I mean, when you come to understand that every moment is the only moment that there is, so in each and every moment that we are in this incarnation, it is the present moment and it's the best ever. So yes, an amazing Labor Day weekend. We're going to have an amazing show tonight. We have some amazing patrons and amazing friends.
Well, you only said hello to Bob and Carol.
I'm going to acknowledge our friend Sue and patron. Hello to you, Sue. And I normally leave that up to you, sweetheart.
Well, I know, but you started, so I was going to let you finish. And so I'm going to also say hello to Naomi, who is on.
Well, hello, Naomi.
Yes.
And well, hello to you, Yolanda.
Hi. How are you?
Oh, wonderful. We had a very pleasant day today. We've had a very pleasant day of
Okay.
Are you gonna? I tell you what, when Miss Pearl comes in the house, I mean, she just loses it, Pearl. Haven't you had enough of Pearl?
No, never.
Oh my God! Haven't you had enough of Pearl? Haven't you had enough of Hawk?
No, absolutely not. Look at here. Hi, precious. Hello. I'm so happy to see you.
She gets real giddy when Pearl comes around.
We had a great time with them
this
past weekend.
Yeah, we had them in-house for a couple days, all to ourselves.
All to ourselves.
And
it was great and wonderful.
And
we only needed our other couple in love. And that was Sheila and Caesar. But so we're gonna have to do it again when we all get together. But it was so much fun.
Yes,
Naomi, we missed you last week too, and we're glad that you're with us.
Glad that you're with us. And speaking of the Hawks, I mean, we had so much fun.
Oh my goodness, it was just so much fun.
We rolled out the purple carpet to them.
The royal carpet.
We had an agenda that was so full that I'm sure they got back home and rested for a few days.
Well,
they probably didn't eat for a couple days.
No, listen. Pearl is a phenomenal cook. So
yeah. So we really did enjoy our weekend.
Yes,
and we're going to enjoy this week. We're going to enjoy this moment. We're going to enjoy it tomorrow. We're going to enjoy it this weekend. We're going to enjoy the rest of our time here And
Oh wow. And we've got Virginia is on. Hello,
well,
Virginia.
hello, our friend.
She's with her mom, Brenda. Hello, Virginia and Brenda. Hello, hello.
Okay, well,
Those
her
are
daughter
I mean,
Brenda.
excuse me, I'm sorry, her daughter.
Right, Brenda. And so we have our northern friends in the house tonight, Virginia and Brenda, coming from the Providence of Ontario, and uh, and so we're thankful for that.
And oh, and look, so my girl, let's see what she's saying. She says, "No, we never have enough of each other, my beautiful sister and handsome brother. We are still glowing from our wonderful weekend with our besties ever."
All right, and
Wow,
the
it was big time fun. It
feeling, the
really was big time
feeling,
fun.
the feeling is mutual.
Yes.
Feeling is mutual, and
So
we
we
like to
so
welcome
welcome our
everyone.
Canadian
Yeah.
friends. We're so glad you guys are with us too. This is great and wonderful. We're
Yes.
always so excited and happy to spend time with our community.
Absolutely.
And we love community. So this is just wonderful. Welcome everyone. We're excited that you're
Absolutely. One of these
here.
days, we're gonna expand so much that we can be able to invite everybody into the house
Yes.
and just have a grand festival
All at one time.
all at one time.
Okay, listen to that.
No exceptions.
Absolutely no
And
exceptions.
so, if you're with us for the first time tonight and
And
wondering,
it's going to be these people
it's
that
going
were
to be
here from the
yes,
beginning.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, it's going to be the foundation.
The foundation.
Yeah, you guys are part of the foundation. And if you're out there tonight, and if you're wondering who are these two giddy, grinning country bumpkins,
Speak for yourself.
well, we are the OK Blues, and we are certified coaches, and we're transformational teachers, spiritual, advanced spiritual teachers, and we're full of love.
Yes, yes,
And so we
yes.
thank you for being here tonight and for landing here at the right place at the right time. And if you want a little background on us, we are, I'm a project kid. She's a farm girl. We both from North Carolina, and we fell into this right place 32 years ago. And we've been marriage and business and business partners and roommates for 32 years. We're the parents of three grown children and one grandson.
One great, phenomenal, brilliant. That's right. I've got grandmother brain. Absolutely.
And I'm filled with it too.
Whew, love it.
And we got some fresh pictures and videos this
Woo,
morning, so
woo, woo, woo.
we're looking forward to having them
Yes.
into the space here,
Yes,
for not
yes.
too for distant future. And so, yes, this is who we are, and we are co-creators of this platform called Truly Live, which is an extension of uh, our business, and we founded Truly OB, which is a and professional personal development company that specializes in personal coaching and group and organizational coaching. And this is a communication arm of that business. And so here we teach transformation principles. We create what we call timeless content. We share transformational practices and community access with others who are committed to experiencing a more meaningful life. Those who have a strong desire for personal growth and to get different results. All of us are always getting results, but sometimes we don't like the results that we're getting. And so to get different results, there's a process that we call transformation, where we move from one result to another. And so we also share decades meaning what, tens of years,
Yes, yes.
decades of our experience from our own journey together. But I think more uniquely, we are a fun loving, dance loving, what else?
Everything.
We're a fun loving, dance loving couple, and we just love to lean into joy
Yes.
because and laughter because that has what has gotten us through some of our challenging moments.
And if you don't stop rubbing my backside,
Oh,
I'm
I'm
not going to
sorry.
be
We're
able
on
to.
camera, aren't we?
I'm not going to be able to keep a straight face.
We're on camera. I'm sorry. That was just an instinctive move.
Yeah, I
I, I,
noticed. I mean,
I,
need to cut it out.
oh, okay. No wonder you were, toning over that way a little bit. My fault. I'll keep my hands to myself.
Oh my goodness. Hold those hands. Hold those hands, sir. Whew, okay. All right,
So,
y'all.
so that is who we are in a brief description. And Yolanda gonna share with us our why we're here.
Well, we want others to know that their life has deep meaning and good purpose. And so we help people to consider the results that matter to them so that they live a focused life with purposed attention. Our passion is to help those who remain outside, unknowing, unawakened, and in need of a witness to the truth that is true always. We love sharing a powerful message with a powerful people.
All right.
And those powerful people are you.
Those powerful people are you.
Yes, yes.
And how about that song that we played in the introduction? I love that song that talks about uh, why is it so hard to keep it real?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to keep it real tonight, and we're going to keep it live. Right now, we want to acknowledge a few special people. First of all, always want to acknowledge our patrons because those are the one that support us in so many different ways.
These are our partners.
These are our partners,
Yes.
and they support and help us, to um, create the content, give us, the support to create the content that we create and to maintain this platform
Yes.
and to bring on special guests, people with expertise in different fields to help
Expertise and
bring
inspiration.
bring information to you so that you can expand in your awareness. And so we always like to acknowledge our patrons. We appreciate them so much. And if you would like to know more about how you can be a patron, it's very easy. And that is done by, if I can pull it up,
Here, I'll do it.
Yolanda's going to pull it up for us.
It was already there.
Yeah, I know it.
It was
But
already there.
become a patron is very easy. You can subscribe to be a patron by going to www.patreon.com/live, and there you will find our platform, Truly Live. And there you will also,
Say that again.
it's www.patreon.com/Truly Live.
Truly live.
And there you will find our platform, and there where you will find a place where you can subscribe to our platform. And you will see that there are three levels of subscription. You can become a general patron for just $6 a
per
month,
month.
or $66 or $72 a year. Or you can sign up to be a VIP patron, which is $20 a month, or $240
Mhm.
a year. I'm trying to keep the math going in my head here.
You had this all okay. I don't okay, all right.
Or there's
Alright.
another level there to become a $100 a month patron, or $1,200 a year. And with all of these different levels come not only bonus content, personal access to us.
And some of you have done a one-time a one-time gift.
Some of our patrons have
And,
done a one-time gift, and we consider you as what? As patrons.
Yeah. So if you've hit those numbers and you do a donation, and you're at those numbers,
You get the benefit.
you get to be a patron, and you get
Right.
the benefits of being a
Right.
patron as well. So we appreciate you
Right.
so much for
Right.
that.
So if you believe in us and the work that we're doing in the world, that is critical and vital during this day and age, in this time, which we believe that it is.
Yes.
We believe that our voice is um, vital to this generation and the time that we find ourselves in. then you become a patron of Truly Live and support that. And
This
we will be happy to
dispensation of
this
time.
yes, and
Yeah.
we'll be happy to have you as a part of this
Community.
community.
Yes, yes, yes.
And if you're not a patron, you're still invited to be a part of this community. And so tonight we'd like to also recognize and give a shout out to some of our friends from just to the west of us, Clifton and Tony Sawyer, who recently celebrated 53
The
years.
pastors.
The pastor, the yeah,
Was it 53 or 52?
53.
Wow.
Yeah. So our mystical friends to the west of us, Tony and Clifton Sawyer, celebrated 53 years of marriage this
Happy
past
anniversary,
Monday.
guys.
And you've seen them on our platform before. And so happy anniversary to them. Also like to
And happy anniversary to anyone else who shared,
To-
who is experiencing a birthday this week. That's from Sunday to Saturday.
oh, absolutely.
So happy anniversary to you as
And-
well.
Absolutely.
And if we knew, we'd give you a shout out if we knew who.
well,
it
you want
was.
to sing for those that are
Not
celebrating birthday?
anniversary. Oh, you wanted to, well, did you say happy birthday to the people yet?
Well, happy birthday to all that have celebrated a birthday.
Okay.
This past week, and then we acknowledge those that are going to be celebrating birthdays and anniversaries in the month of September.
Oh, all of them.
All of it.
Okay. All right.
That way, we don't miss anyone.
Okay. But I thought we did it every week. So if we did it every week, we would
But we would-
ding everybody.
Well, we call their name if we know them specifically.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, is there anyone to sing happy birthday to?
So you mean this week? Who had a
Yes.
birthday this week? Oh my goodness.
That we know.
That we know of.
And if your birthday was this week, put it in the chat. Hey, Dr. Jill.
Hello, Dr. Jill. So glad to have
All
you with
right.
us. Well, yes. As a matter of fact, our co-grandparents.
Oh, Miss
Yeah,
Wiggins.
Yes, she
Donna.
had a birthday this week.
Okay. Happy birthday to Donna.
Today is also Dean and Shannon's anniversary. So happy anniversary! to
Happy
Dean and
anniversary to
Shannon.
Dean and Shannon.
That's today, actually.
Yes, those are my
So
niece and nephew.
That is your niece and nephew. So
So we sing it.
you want to sing?
We practice. Let's
We-
do it.
Oh, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Boom, boom. All right.
Not like we practiced.
We did practice that.
Oh my goodness. He's always wanted to sing, y'all. So I said, okay, well, let's just sing happy birthday. And then that way we're not getting into
Yeah,
any
we're gonna try
trouble.
to stick to the original creation so that we're always in compliance with copyright, right?
Well, then we don't.
So we have to make up our own.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did a little variation there, but it's okay. It's all
Okay,
right. Here
all
we
right.
go.
All right. So also like to give a shout out for you golf fans to Rory McIlroy, who is the winner of the FedEx Cup, which ended this past Sunday, which is the grand finale of the PGA Tour. And Rory came back from 6 strokes down on the final round and took the crown.
Yeah, it was a rough one.
Yes. So congratulations to Roy. Also like to congratulate our tennis friend for many, many years, Serena Williams, who has won her first 2 matches in this final major tennis tournament, the U.S. Open that she's playing in this week and next week. So congratulations to Serena. She actually
we're ch-
upset the
we-
number 2 player in the world on
Yeah,
yesterday.
we're cheering for you, Serena.
We're cheering for her.
cheering for you.
It would
So our family is a big golf and tennis
Yes.
family, and we watched a lot of them.
Yes.
And I think our children were inspired.
Yes.
So we've watched a lot of tennis. We watched a lot of those, and us, the Williams sisters and the Bryan brothers,
Yes.
were responsible for the United States having representation for years.
for the last 20
So,
plus
yeah.
years.
So we
that
are we're very, very proud of them.
yes, and so
And Serena, we're with you all the way.
yes, and she has announced her
Her evolution.
her
She's
evolution away from
evolving.
tennis.
She's evolving into other things, and
Right.
so we celebrate that with her as well.
Right, and they're doing a great job.
Oh, my goodness.
Doing tributes to her this week.
I have really enjoyed all of the stuff that they were doing.
Yeah.
It was-
So
it was-
if you're looking for some excitement for the next 7 to 8 days. I think the tournament finishes next Saturday.
Yeah.
You can tune in to ESPN and watch the rest of the singles men and the single women's and doubles matches that are going on in what, New York City,
Yes.
right? The
Yes.
U.S. Open, the final major for tennis in 2022. And
Oh
boy,
boy.
wouldn't it be wonderful if she went out
It would be
as the singles
absolutely
winner?
it
And
would
her
be
and her sister are playing in the doubles too,
they are.
right?
They are.
So, and finally, but not least, we always like to acknowledge our parent, uh, my mom and Yolanda dad, because they, just played a vital role in us getting here, and they still play a very inspired role with us each and every day. And so we like to always acknowledge them. My mother,
Yes.
Catherine,
Mom
who,
Blue,
who she calls Mom Blue,
Grandma Blue.
and Grandma Blue, and her dad, Dewey, which I call Papa.
We call him Papa. Yeah.
And so we thank you for,
And we thank Grandma Blue for being on because she is a
yes,
faithful, loyal,
Grandma
dedicated watcher and
and patron.
patron.
Yes,
Yes, yes.
thank you, Mother Blue, and
And Brenda's in that group as well.
Brenda.
And
Yes,
Alice and
yes,
Caesar and Sheila. I
and
mean, we
Justin.
just
So
and
that,
Justin. Yeah, we
so
greatly
we have
appreciate you.
family that support us,
Yeah,
and
we
that's
appreciate them.
always encouraging. And we thank our parents for making this unique expression possible. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Papa. And so with that, we wow, yeah. Virginia said we love the Sawyers,
Yeah,
huh?
we do too.
Yeah,
She
we do
she most
too.
certainly did. I'll
Yeah,
put that up there.
we're I mean, and
Yeah.
we're so happy and grateful
Yeah.
for
We love them too.
the people that are in our lives, and
Yes.
we don't take for granted. All of us come here, um, and we don't get a choice of the classroom that we're born into, but every other classroom we get to choose. Classroom representing um, our families, our place of employment, where we go to school, what communities we live in,
Where we
what
decide to
what
have our religious experiences
where we
and
decide to have our faith experiences, what businesses we decide to support,
what teams we decide to
what
cheer
team we
for.
decide to cheer for. All these are classrooms, and the reason I
Yeah.
say they're classrooms is because in each one of these venues, there are people, and these are the relationships that we eventually what build, or in these relationships, in these become opportunities. We call them classrooms, but they're actually opportunities for us to grow and for us to learn and for us to expand our awareness and to demonstrate um, the nature that we are. And so we call them classrooms. So Truly Live here is a classroom where we gather together by choice, right? You
Yes.
are here by choice. We're here by choice. And so we learn from one another. So the whole goal here is to grow and to expand, to live a more expansive life, become more aware of not only who we are, which we call the real you, but become more aware of the oneness that we share, in the life that we share, in the
Yes.
one that breathes all of us, that makes it all of us connected.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
that's what we call our classroom, and we
Yes.
love our classroom.
Well, they give us that they're beneficial in that they give us the opportunity to practice.
Give us opportunity to practice.
Yes.
And so everybody tonight gets an A who showed up for tonight's
All right.
lesson.
We love this community because this community has decided to stay on their growing edge.
Absolutely.
And say we've decided that we're going to all grow together.
Absolutely.
So we love that.
Absolutely. So tonight we're going to share an encouragement or inspirational quote, and it comes from a Rebecca Stevenson, and this is related to our subject that we have started in terms of our series on freedom. And Rebecca shares with us by saying, the moment that we let go is the moment that we find freedom. I'll say it again.
All right.
The moment that we let go is the moment that we find freedom. And that's from, again, Rebecca Stevenson. And we appreciate that quote. And that's a great place for us to segue in.
Well, let's do that.
Yeah, it's a great way for us to segue in what we call our truly life lesson. And tonight we're going to continue our series that we started 2 weeks ago, where we have been unpacking the subject of freedom. What does freedom mean in general, and what does it mean in our individual life? And we talked about freedom as being a choice. Freedom is being we concluded, actually last week we concluded in our conversation that real freedom is inherent. And when we say inherent, that means that it's what? It's an inheritance.
It's inborn.
It's inborn.
Yes.
It's an inheritance that we all received in our creation. And just like in the natural, parents desire and do leave inheritance for their children.
Mhm.
Ideally, that is what the process looks like. That a parent would leave an inheritance for their children, and the children really not through them earning the inheritance, but just by virtue of them being offsprings of the parent leaves the child an inheritance. And so, likewise, the inheritance that all of us receive,
But you're saying inherent.
inherent, but inherent,
Okay. Which means like intrinsic.
it's intrinsic. It is.
It's permanent. It's essential.
Right.
It's
Right.
it's part of our
It's,
in
it's part of our creation.
yeah.
Yeah. And the difference here is that this inheritance has been given to all of us equally.
Yes.
It's built into our, what would we call our DNA? It's built into our nature, and that inheritance is freedom.
Okay.
Yes. And so we concluded last week that real freedom is inherent in all of us and was equally endowed in us by our Creator.
Yes.
And so everyone in reality is born in freedom. And this is a fact that all of us are already free. I think this is the point that we made last week, that freedom is not earned. Freedom is not something that is made, but freedom is something that is already given to all of us, and it is inherent. It's a part of our essential nature.
It's a part of our essential nature.
Yeah.
That's a great way to say it.
It's a part of our essential nature. And so our part,
Well, our part is the grace to know and the will to accept freedom as our very own reality.
absolutely. So what we're saying here is that freedom is not something that we acquire, but it's something that is given. And our part in that is the grace that is given to us to know. So the knowledge of freedom, or the knowing of freedom, or to know freedom, comes through knowledge.
Yes.
So our part is the grace to know and the will to accept this freedom as our very own reality. And so, I really love this scripture that says that grace and peace is multiplied unto us through the knowledge.
Yes.
In other words, without knowledge, we're unaware, right?
Yes.
Without being aware of the freedom that is inherent in us, how would one know?
Mhm.
Or how would one come to know? Or how would one discover it? And so that's why platforms like this and many, many others that bring this awareness to the human population, that all of us are not only uh, created equally, but we are created in freedom to express that equality that we share, right? And so tonight we want to kind of turn to the thought of how do one embody freedoms? I mean, what is the embodiment of freedom looks like?
Were you going to let me give the reference?
Oh, you
Since
always like to give
well,
the
I mean,
reference,
but
and
I
you
think that,
should.
I think that people should know.
Yeah,
what,
and you
what we're
should. And
talking
I
about.
like that's that's one thing I like about you. You will not let me take credit for anything that I didn't
Well,
do.
no, no, no. It's not. It's not a point of you taking credit. But this is so that in case people want to go,
Absolutely.
which we of
And
course
encourage
encourage,
you
is that if you want to go and look at this
reference
for
it for yourself.
yourself, which
Yes,
we believe is is
we
paramount in
we
everything.
love to give the reference.
Yes. So I love to give the reference, and that scripture is in Second Peter, uh, chapter 1, verse 2. In the King James version, it says, "Grace and peace be multiplied unto you through the knowledge of God and of Jesus our Lord."
Right. So it is
That's that scripture,
right.
and that's the King James
Right.
version of that.
Right.
So no, but it's not for you to
Yeah.
not take credit.
But that is such a key.
I believe that we well, so it's and it is my practice that
It is a practice.
I search for myself,
Yes.
and I want to know where, where did you get this information from, because I may want to do a deeper search. I may want to
Yeah.
do a deeper dive.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
And we
not taking any credit from
and
you,
we
sir.
encourage our viewers to do the same. To
Absolutely.
be students, of life, because it's your life. And here is sharing with us is that the grace and the peace that we can experience in life and the freedom, it comes through knowing.
Yes.
It comes through the knowledge. And so where there's no knowledge, there's absence of knowing.
That's right.
And where there's absence of knowing, generally then that's where the experience of uh, oppression, uh, of oppression takes place. And so it is through the knowledge, and not just the knowledge of this the subject that we're talking about, but the knowledge of anything. I mean, knowledge is out here, and it's in abundance.
Mhm.
And it is through here is telling us that it is through knowledge that we experience the freedom, the peace that is inherent in all of us.
So we've got a few comments up here that I want to put on screen. So we've got some folks that have
Yes.
had some experience with knowledge,
Yes.
and so our patron Sue says freedom is joy. Freedom and joy are synonymous for her. And then Bob and Carol, they said freedom is a state of mind, heart, and spirit. I agree.
Absolutely.
And for me, that state of mind, heart, and spirit is a state of unity and
Yes.
harmony.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, there's certain things that come to mind to all of us when we hear the word freedom.
So why don't if the rest of you are watching, if you would like to post something in the
Yes.
chat, we invite you to please come and
Yeah.
join with us.
Yeah. Yeah. So the question tonight is,
There we go.
how does one embody freedom or become the embodiment of that? And when we're talking about embodiment, we're talking about how does one come to be an expression of freedom, or to give a tangible or visible form of a life of freedom. And what does that look like to you? What does it look like? That's what embodiment means. In other words, we embody our core values. We live out our core values. We live out our beliefs, right? We express, what we think, right? We show up based on our knowing, and so we all are embodying something. I mean, your life is we're always sharing what our belief system is, or what our perceptions are, right? Because we cannot but express that. Our life expresses the knowledge that we have.
Yes.
And so, what does the embodiment, or how does one embody freedom? And there, Pearl is sharing something
I,
with us there.
I need for you to hold on one second.
Okay. Am I moving too fast for you?
You wait a minute.
Well, I'll
just-
slow down a little bit. I'll
you-
slow
I
down.
want you to stay in your lane.
Oh, you want me to stay out the comment
I
field?
want you to stay in
Well,
your
I'm gonna,
lane.
I'll stay out of the comment field and I'll stick to my notes here. So, so what does that look like for you? And like Yolanda said, you can share in the comment field.
All right, so I'm gonna put I want to put this up so that everyone knows what it is that you're talking about. All right, you said, how does one embody freedom?
Yes, and embodiment means how do
That's-
you show up in the world?
Which is that was me trying to include what you were saying.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So now, if you will permit me, sir, I wanted to place I wanted to place the see, that's what I wanted to do.
Oh, okay.
How does one embody? And then you decided to get into this.
Okay. Should I talk a
it.
little? Should I talk a little slower?
No. It's just that you were saying other things and doing things too. So at any rate, how does one embody, express, or give a tangible or visible form of a life of freedom?
Right.
Okay.
In other words, what does it look like?
Yes. Now,
What does it look like in the, I guess, in the human experience? I guess
Yes,
is what we're
yes.
saying.
and here is the comment, and you know I'm going to be putting the comment up from my from our patrons. So I just need for you to calm down for a second. Oh goodness.
What?
Okay, I'm doing this left-handed. You know, it always gets me. Okay, here we go. All right. So Pearl says that freedom is total peace.
Freedom is total
Yeah.
peace. Yes,
Dr. Jill says a place of no worry.
that sounds like total peace, doesn't
Total peace. It sounds like total peace to me. All right. Okay, here we go again. This thing makes me all right. All right. All right, you can keep going, Oliver. I got it.
Yes, it's very interesting that the comments are coming in where the what they are identifying as peace is has to do with, like you said, a state of being or state of mind or a state of being. And I have not seen anything mentioned about the tangible, the physical, like what one possesses or doesn't possess.
Virginia and Brenda are saying that it's just a playing out of who
Playing out of who
we are. So
Right.
it's expression of who we are. Hello, Diane. We see that you're on, and we're happy that you're here too.
Hello,
darling.
Diane.
Hello,
And Diane is
hello.
one of our patrons. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Playing out who we are. So as we can see here, it's very interesting that these comments are coming back to where there is a idea that freedom lies in not the visible, but in the invisible, the
Yes.
qualities of
Yes,
life,
yes.
where
It's the internal part of us.
the internal part of us.
That most of us are wanting to have that place of the expression of freedom. We want to feel that internally.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, let's see. Dr. Jill is saying, she said, when disturbing events arise, taking a step back allows peace to dominate. Yep. We talk about
We talked
the
about that.
pause.
We
talk
talked
about
about-
the pause all
Yes,
the time.
we talked
Yeah.
about the practice of the pause, Dr.
Yes,
Gills.
Yeah. So we love that one too.
Yes,
Yes.
that will save you.
That was Viktor Frankl that,
yes,
that
yes,
we spent some time
yes.
on.
The pause and choosing, using your power to choose
Yes.
will save us many years of suffering. And so yes, that is a very, very good practice for all of us. And Naomi is sharing with us.
Okay. Let's do this one too. Freedom is embracing diversity.
Freedom is
Love that
embracing
too.
diversity. We
Yes.
love that. And that's
Yes.
so true.
Absolutely.
So How does one embody freedom?
Thank you guys for those comments.
Thank you for your
Love it.
comments.
Yeah.
How does one embody freedom? And we just listed some things here that come to mind for us uh, as we have learned through our study, as well as we have learned through our living. And so here we says what the embodiment of freedom looks like to us is one who knows who they are as a creation of divinity,
Yes.
which we call here the real
The
you.
real you.
So knowing the self, to me, and to me personally, uh, when I came to know myself and know myself in the innocent and divine way that I was created, and embrace that for myself as my own reality, that's when I became free. That's when
Yes.
I really, that was the moment that I let go of an image of myself. That was the moment that I let go of a limiting image of myself, and embraced, like our inspirational quote said, the moment that we let go is the moment that we find freedom.
Mhm.
And it was in that moment that I let go of my limiting beliefs in a self that I had made, and embraced the divine innocent self that my creator inherently blessed me and created me with. And that was in that moment that I sensed freedom from that particular moment
Mhm.
in a way that I never had before in my life.
Yes. Discovering purpose and meaning in our lives that benefits all is also a great expression of freedom.
It's a great expression of freedom. Those that walk in freedom are those that generally discover a purpose and a meaning for their life. We talk about it every week here when we said that our life has what your life, our life, everyone's life has deep meaning
And good
and a
purpose.
good purpose,
Mhm.
but it has to be discovered. It has to come to our awareness. And so uh, another embodiment of freedom that we have seen on display is that one who freely expresses their purpose uniquely. And so it's one thing to come to discover what our purpose
Mhm.
and the meaning for our life is, and then there's a decision to be made and to be freely get engaged in expressing what that purpose is
Yes.
in such a unique way, because that's where Naomi talked about the diversity of of the human species. There's so much diversity in the human species in terms of gifts and talents and what abilities. And so as we utilize those gifts, talents, and abilities that we've been endowed with to express the purpose and the meaning for our life from a divine perspective, that is the embodiment of freedom. You want to do the next one?
I'm going to do the one after that.
Okay, I'll do the next one. Another uh, expression or embodiment of freedom that we choose here is to say that one who exercises their power to choose,
Yes.
one who actually exercises their power to choose.
And we always talk about choice as a power because it is there is that energy of creation within every choice.
Well, that's in every
Yeah.
choice. Yeah, every choice is an act of creation.
Yes, it is.
And every choice is either an extension of love, which is what we are, of our love nature, or it's a cry for
Love.
to know the love that we are.
Mhm.
So every act, every choice either expresses love or it expresses a cry for love.
And then next is one something that embodies freedom is one who stays on the growing edge of expanded awareness.
Yes,
That's where we love to be.
that's where
Staying on
we
the growing edge
that's
of our expanded awareness.
absolutely this expression here that's called truly live is a demonstration of the freedom to grow and the freedom to expand our awareness.
I'm going to do the next one because I want to flip the way that you have them down
Okay,
here.
go ahead.
It's also going to be in one who practices unconditional love and all conditional forgiveness. I did that because, we all talk about unconditional love. But what we have a tendency to practice in our expression is
Is
we forgive, but it's on condition.
it's on
So
condition.
that's why we say unconditional love and all conditional forgiveness, because we should be able to forgive everything.
Absolutely. A person of freedom has the freedom to forgive.
Yes.
And when we talk about forgiveness from a transformational standpoint, we're talking about our perception and how we choose to give up a perception, a what we would consider to be a perception that is not clear, or a wrong perception, for a perception that is um, that is all inclusive, right? A perception that is loving.
Yes.
And that's where staying on our growing edge and expanding our awareness causes us to at different times in our life, give up ways of thinking, ways of being that we see that was not only destructive to ourselves, but were destructive to others. And so we have the freedom to choose to shift our perception.
Yes.
That's what forgiveness means, to shift from one perception to another
To
as
give,
we
to
grow
give one perception
for another. So that's why
perception. Yes.
growth is so vital, that we remain on our growing edge.
Yes.
Also, we would like to say that one who shares and gives freely from an abundance mindset.
Mhm.
That's what freedom looks like. Sharing and giving. Because we have taught here on this platform that giving and receiving is the same act. It is one act of love. And so to give to another is to give to but yourself, because we realize
Yeah.
from
So what that means is that you can't do one without the other. They
You
all
can't-
happen at the same time.
Absolutely.
It's like a coin. You can't have a heads on a coin and not have the tail.
Right. When you pick up,
It's there. When
right.
you pick it up, they're both there.
Right.
So and if we understood this, we wouldn't have the reservation or the fear of giving.
Right. You will see the awesomeness in being and for giving and giving from an abundant mindset, because all that comes in the knowing of yourself.
Yes.
When we realize that all things are ours in principle, and that we have access to all the infinite intelligence and wisdom that is available. And
it is that infinite intelligence that can actually connect us with any resource.
it connects us with any
would want.
resource that we could ever want. It's already here. We don't have
So
to.
we don't have a resource shortage. There's not a shortage of resource. There is a skewing of the distribution of resources,
right?
but there is not a shortage of resources. So there's enough for
There's enough
all
for
of us.
everyone.
There's enough.
And
for
so
all of us.
this whole idea of competition is an idea that really keeps us, limited. And the idea of scarcity keeps us limited. But there is no real scarcity. And like Yolanda said, there is just a perception about scarcity that creates this unequal distribution of all the resources that are available to all of us. And see, all of that, that's why the knowing of the self. Because when you know yourself, you embrace the reality of equality. And we've said before, where there's no equality, there's really no relationship.
Well, that's also one of the points that we wanted to bring out about the embodiment of freedom, and that is one who is a promoter of equality
At every level.
on every level.
Right.
Yeah.
One that promotes equality at every level, because when we understand the one life that we all share, when we understand the one creator that we all share, that we all intrinsically connected to one another, the whole human race, the whole human species. And when we understand that, and then one of the other points is one who respect others' freedom to choose. Once that is understood through the knowledge, and that comes through a knowing. We understand that. And then, because it's like a law that is at work. And it's like the law of love or the law of freedom. And once we work with the law collectively and not work against the law, because the law is not going to change.
No,
The law of the spirit of life will not change. We can only break ourselves up against it,
that's right.
trying to break it, because no, the law is that which is unchangeable, unalterable. And what is changeable, what is unalterable is the reality of who we are. And not only we as an individual, but we are collectively, we are of the one same species called humanity, the one same self, the one same life that we all share.
Mhm. So there was the discussion in the comments about freedom and joy. There's also that concept of freedom and peace.
Yes.
And I wanted to put this comment up that Dr. Jill says. She said she's sure that there are those in Jackson, Mississippi who are at peace. We know that they are experiencing flooding, and which has created some other issues, shortage of clean water, power outages, and that kind of thing. And so that is one of the things that we do, when we have our time of quiet introspection and reflection. We always take time to
Acknowledge.
not just to acknowledge, but to send out that energy,
To hold the space.
to hold that
Right.
space of, and
Right.
that's what we've been saying, peace,
Right.
and hope for
Right.
those who find themselves
Right.
in situations that are a bit
Right.
challenging.
Because
Yeah.
one thing that we do know is that we cannot control all external situations, circumstances, and conditions that might present themselves.
But what we
But
can do,
what we do know is that we have the freedom to choose how we experience
Yes.
those events that happen in our life.
we,
And we've
choo-
all
we choose
Right.
what our response
what our response
is going to be.
Right.
That's what we can. That's
Right.
what we have the power
Right.
and the choice
Right.
for.
Right.
And we can do that in a way that allows us to have peace and actually
Right.
allows peace to permeate to those that are around us.
Absolutely.
Or we can choose
Right.
to not be at peace and create, chaos and confusion and pain
Right.
for
And,
other people.
right. And just be totally
But that's not who we are. So
The-
that's why we don't make that
right.
choice.
Right. Yeah. External circumstances and situations and conditions don't define us,
Yes.
but we all get the opportunity to choose how we experience them. And that's
Yes.
where true freedom lies, in our freedom to choose. Because you don't come here in this three-dimensional world and not be challenged with some tremendous challenges at
That's right.
times.
That's right. At times.
But the one who, through grace and peace and the knowing of themselves, can exercise their freedom to maintain peace regardless of what the conditions are. And so that's what is being shared here. Is that
Yes.
freedom is really that choice, and that choice can never ever be taken away from us. There can be bodily freedoms taken away, or limitations placed on us based on the
There
environment we live on, and restrictions.
Placed on us.
But never ever, ever, never can one's freedom of choice be taken away, because it is intrinsic.
Okay.
I'm making a point. I said never, ever, ever, never.
I heard you.
Because
ever,
I'm
never.
really making this point here, is that true freedom is where the divine creator placed it, and it placed it in such a place that it cannot be altered.
Yes.
We can always choose how we respond,
Wow.
and that's the greatest freedom
That's the greatest
of all.
That's the greatest freedom of all. That is the power that we can choose and
Choose again. And again.
And again.
And again.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Love it. Love it.
I chose for you many, many years ago, 32 years.
32.
And I see our dear sister Tony on Hopefully you were on when we gave you guys a shout out.
You see, he just won't stay in his lane,
Shout
guys.
out.
Okay, you know how you said you were going to strap me to the chair.
You gonna
Okay,
strap? You gonna strap
gonna
me?
strap me a lane.
All
So
right.
I am ready for them to come up. I was just waiting for you to finish the session so that I could actually put her
Okay.
comment up. She says, "See, good session, guys. Love you, and we love you guys too." Folks, we're giving you guys anniversary shout outs and
Yes.
expressing their love for you all as well
Yes.
earlier, which when we did that in the early part of the
Yes.
show.
Yes. She chose for uh,
So see you.
Clifton 53 years ago, and I chose for you 32 years ago.
See, I was wanting you to finish that comment so that I could actually do
Yeah.
that. So you chose
She
32.
exercised. She exercised her freedom of choice, and I exercised my freedom of choice. And you said yes.
Well, do you still choose?
I still choose.
You still choose.
I
what?
choose in this moment. I choose
Okay.
you in this moment,
Okay. Well, hey, that's all right.
and I
y'all.
choose all of our viewers tonight
That's right.
also.
Y'all, he's got his hand back there again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
he just, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Well, thank you so much. That is our truly life lesson for tonight, the embodiment of freedom. And so, let's go away from here and practicing being all of those things.
Yes.
It becomes a practice. And without the practice, we don't become convinced about the fact that these ideas are really true and in our best interest.
All right. This.
Do you need help
Yeah.
there?
No, I do not. I'm good. I'm good. Co-pastor says, "Thank you. I still choose also." And oh boy, here we go again. And she says, "It's all good."
It's all good. That's right. It is all good because it's all free.
Yes.
All
yes.
right. Well, thank you so much. And that's our truly life lesson for tonight. And with that, I like to, before we sign off, I really like to share that we have our upcoming workshop. We have our upcoming workshop scheduled for next Saturday, September the 10th, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we're so excited about this workshop. And we just invite all of you to consider attending this 2-hour workshop, which is going to be really, really good information that we're going to be sharing. And you can register, and you have to register.
The workshop there is no charge to you guys for the workshop, but we do need you to register.
Right.
And when you register, we're going to get information, and then we're going to send stuff to you so that you can
Yes.
be prepared for the workshop.
Absolutely.
So registration is required.
Registration is required, and you can register by going to our website at www. It's up on the screen there. www.trulyob.com, and you can register there. Right on our homepage, you'll see this flyer, and basically you just click on the flyer, and you can do a simple registration. The only thing it requires is your name and your email address, and you can also register if you're a patron. We've sent you the registration links in Patreon.
They got it first.
Yes, you got it first, and that's the thing about being a patron. And also, you can go to our Truly OB Facebook page, and there you will find this particular communication as well as a link to register. So we have it in several places, or you can go to my personal Facebook page, and you'll find a link to register for this conference. And so it's coming up next Saturday, 2-hour workshop,
September 10th.
September 10th, and
11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
To 1 p.m.
All right.
So come join us. Thank you so much. All right.
Well, we are so incredibly excited that you guys decided to join with us, and for us to all stay on our growing edge together. And we like to bless you all with the loving kindness meditation from the Dalai Lama. We use it as a blessing. So we bless you, all of you who have joined with us, and we bless all those that you hold near and dear in your heart.
So may you be truly happy.
May you live in peace.
May you live in love.
May you know the power of forgiveness.
And may you live in the recognition that your life has deep meaning and good purpose.
That's from the Dalai Lama. And Oliver and I add, may you live in the awareness of who you truly are.
And can I add one more?
Yes.
And may you embody freedom, for you are free indeed.
We extend this blessing to every being that's on the planet. And so it is.
And so it is. And with that, my name is Oliver.
I'm Yolanda.
And together we are the OK Blues.
I know I have not always been what you want me to be. Even at times I pushed your sweet love away, but you stayed.